Well, that whole area is about to look a lot different. That's right, folks. Today's the day. That's right, folks. The store is coming this evening.
Yay!
We are excited and a little nervous. We've had a few of these things delivered in our past, and
Kind of nervous.
they don't always go the perfect way. So it should be fine. But little nerve doing on that. We excited. Okay, so here's at least my plan. We'll see if they follow that. We know they can get through there, even though it's low tree hangs. Old Levi at Pine Knot, he brought a semi and a huge camper through here, so we know it can get through. So they're gonna drive down there's where it's going. So my recommendation is for them to pull straight up here. We've cleared out our cars, so they'll have room, but pull up here. And if you've never seen them unload one of these, it's pretty neat. They have this cool, like, I call it a mechanical dolly. I know that's not the name of it, but it's a little hand driven. They put wheels on the back side, and then they have the controls on the other side, and they bring it off the truck. And then they can maneuver it in a lot tighter areas. So if they pull straight up here, my goal is to go straight through that, because that's about 25 foot. This is only a 12-foot building, so it shouldn't be fine. And it's got high limbs. And then go straight down there to line it up. That allows the truck to be behind you, and then it can back up right here and get on out of here. So if all goes well, it shouldn't take long for them to get it, because it's got to get it down there. They'll level it, which the ground's pretty level as it is. They'll just put it on, a little bit of block to make sure it's level, and then it'll be ours. And that's super exciting. So now we wait. It'll be in y'all's next clip. It's here.
I go. You're on the ground.
But I'm sure y'all come across some pretty rough areas. That's to get these things in.
I hate chain link fences up there.
Yeah, I can believe it.
Yeah.
Holy cow, y'all, that was nuts. Absolutely insane. So here she is. Little miscalculation on a lot of people's parts here in different situations, but basically that's 12 foot and our 16-foot gate is actually 12 foot. That's on me, should have measured. But they had to go over the post, which hopefully y'all caught some of that. I had the camera set up, but they literally built a ladder or steps with concrete blocks to drive the back end up over, because the trailer only lifts the front, not the back. So they drove it up on blocks to get it over our gate post, and that was touch and go. It was touch and go. There was a moment when I thought the thing was going to flip off the trailer and squash that guy, and I was like, get back over here. But they got it in. The only problem is where we're sitting over here where Jed is, we had a big rain yesterday, and so it's real soft. So about 2 to 3 days, if we can get some dryness, they'll come back out with their little machine and straighten it up. But let's check this bad boy out.
I hate it here.
Like that? No, I do not like it like this. let me I'll take you all back when they go look at it, show you what it looks like right now. So there it is. It's just kind of catty cornered, facing the driveway when it's supposed to be facing kind of this way. But that's okay. We'll get her fixed up. At least she's in. That was the more impressive part. But this is 12 by 32 or 36?
32,
I think it's 32.
You know, you could just get your trash in.
I'm not doing that, Jed.
Why not?
I'm not destroying it. So let's check this bad boy out. Okay, welcome to our store. One thing that we really like is we had a clear cap put on top to give us more sunlight, which was really cool.
You can see the electric is already run.
Yeah, electric is already ran.
That's a big deal that we did not want to do again.
Yeah, we've ran enough electric in our life. We had ran electric for an entire home, so that was kind of a bummer. So it was nice to already have that done, so we can call an electrical company and just have them hook it up because it's already been code inspected.
There's a lot of
That's good.
Well, no, that's just in here for now.
Yeah, no, but that shows that.
Yeah, they were just in that for support. Right, exactly. It is nice that they put those supports on when they travel. But, you know, minimal windows. We just got one, the door with a window, and then the second window there. But then we also have the clear cap, which, like I said, will really help. And that was a really nice addition that they added into. Okay, Kiki. But yeah, when you all walk in, Jen's cash register, I think we haven't decided if it's going to be in the corner or as soon as you walk in, kind of thing. But I mean, it's a good size. It's going to be a good size store, that's for sure.
Good Lord, how many outlets you need, man?
It's a lot.
A lot for a store.
Yeah.
Where's the box?
More outlets in here than there is in the first floor of your house.
Yeah, there really is. It's a light switch. Do y'all see the box? I bet it's maybe on the outside. Okay, so I do have to do a little electrical work. They don't come with a breaker box, apparently. They just come. That's not too bad. Breaker boxes are easy.
Oh,
Yeah,
let's go. Fine.
they're very easy to do. So we'll have to get the breaker box and add it in there. But there she is, y'all, in all her beauty. So one thing I will add is the siding is stained. So they do come just with that bare wood that they have, but we did decide instead of paint to just have it stained to give it more of a log cabin look. Black tin roof, we've already talked about the clear cap, and then the bigger windows in the front. So just for reference. It's the next day. She's still sitting there, but we're starting to dry a little. So honestly, that we lost sunlight yesterday is the primary reason, but I think both of us needed our adrenaline to calm down a little.
It was intense.
It was extremely intense. It was wild and nerve-wracking just seeing them get them over our fence post.
Yeah.
But just, again, kudos to them. That was an amazing job. Again, we bought this from Hubbard's Cabin. And I know some of y'all maybe knew it was a long time ago since we ordered it, so you might not even know why we got it. Honestly, since it's here, she's got not second guessing, but just thinking of different ideas of what it potentially can be.
Ever since it arrived, I have just been running through my head with so many ideas and options, and I have not fully decided on what we're gonna do.
It is definitely gonna have a store.
Stuff for sale.
Stuff for sale. We want that for the Airbnb. We wanted to get to know people around here. We wanted to be able to sell some of her goods. But will that be like crazy profitable? Will it, weigh the price of what we paid for it? Maybe. I don't know. We're not sure about that. But we are gonna have shelving and a register and be able to sell home goods.
Mm-hmm.
The second piece.
So we actually have our first Airbnb guest coming today, which is so exciting.
You'll get
a
to
lot
meet
of
them on
people
this
know
video.
who it is, but I'm not going to say because I'm going to let them do that in their video, and then we'll talk about it. But we are very anxious for it and excited. So with that, part of my goal has always been to have a bed and breakfast. Now, the Airbnb app does not necessarily mean bed and breakfast. It's just the term of the app. But I still love that aspect of that. So I've actually prepared dinner for them. It's just something that I enjoy doing. And it's not, people don't have to accept the dinner, but it will be optional. We even have it in our little cottage book up there that if you let us know when meal times are, then we can accommodate and, provide seasonal and home to table or farm to table meals and stuff like that. But now with this building here, I've been thinking of potentially turning it into like a mess hall situation, like a dining hall.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I took dinner up there so that it's there when they get here and it'll be ready. But how cool would it be if I announced meal times, told what the meal was going to be, and then you guys could come to the dining hall, and we could all eat together. Because the problem is our house is small. Even for like Thanksgiving, Christmas, it's hard to host all of our family and everyone have a place to sit. The cottage is also small. It's not big enough to hold everyone if we want to have a big family style meal.
Right.
So the building, I'm just seeing like a long farmhouse table and benches for everyone to sit, and then they can come at mealtime.
And it's a really neat idea, and we'll figure out a way to definitely incorporate that, which it doesn't really venture too far off what our original plan was. Because we're going to build a deck all the way in the front that's covered, and a little like side porch. And we have the smoker, we're going to pull it down there and offer lunches on top of our stores. So that kind of all connects, and it just gives more seating and allows people to sit inside and inclement weather.
And there'll still be a space for stuff for sale that you could potentially need for the Airbnb or for merchandise.
Right.
If people wanted it. And people can still come in and purchase. But I don't know. It just seems like...
It's mainly that farmhouse table. That really is the big change, because we weren't planning on having a table on the inside for people to come sit down. But I think that could really tie it together. And we could incorporate it partially with the store too. So it's going to be a combo. It's going to be kind of a mess hall, a lunch place, and a store, kind of like a campground store, I guess would probably be the best way to say.
And it can also be used for the future with classrooms. We can all sit around the table and identify the parts of the chicken and stuff like that.
Yeah. So it's a really neat idea. We are just excited to have it. I mean, we have endless opportunities. But before we get to that pretty stuff, we have a lot of work to do.
Yes.
It's going to be first, finish the electrical. Get the electrical on, call the electric company, get them to run it out here and hook it up. So we can have power. Then we'll move to insulation, walls, ceilings, floors, and then we can get to the shelving, cash registers, farmhouse table. But it's going to be exciting. It's our winter project, so hang out with us, watch the progress of us building this thing, and putting it together, because I know it's a very popular thing, these Amish cabins, and maybe it's something that you've thought about putting on your own property. So hopefully you learn some good stuff and a lot of things not to do.
And there's a whole lot more to say, but we're going to do that in a separate video about just like all of this tying together, and the store being here and what it means, and the Airbnb being open and what that means. And it's just wild. We've been here for almost a year, and it feels insane that we are at this point when it could potentially take people years to get to this. Yeah,
you say almost a year. Not even a year.
The store was
crazy.
A long-term goal.
Yeah.
So for that to be here is wild.
Yeah, it's just it's mind-blowing. We are definitely blessed.
Yeah.
It's something we don't take for granted. But a lot of hard work's been put into this. Every day we are powering to get our dreams a reality. So I do put a lot of credit to us for working our butts off, and thank you all for being there with us and supporting us. And should we show the guests before we wrap this thing up? No.
It's a surprise.
So we will film it, but you're going to have to wait for the next video.
So they're actually on their way to HOA, and this is a stopping point for them, which, how cool is that? I hope people do that every year. And they're going to head out tomorrow to finish their stop, and then we're going to head out Thursday. So we're all going to the same place.
Yeah, so stay tuned for the next video. Some of y'all may be familiar with them. They are YouTubers. Like you said, they're headed onto HOA, so you will get to meet them then.
Yep.
All right, y'all, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to down below.
We love you.
Until the next one.
Bye.
Bye.